All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at J.C. Lewis Ford, right here in Statesboro, Georgia, and right behind us, though, before we get started, we've got a Raptor R. I almost don't want to even touch it. This thing here, we're talking about a $117,000 truck. This thing is straight up gorgeous, no doubt about it. I believe it's the most expensive F-150 version without going into some of the Roush and stuff like that. But Raptor R, what a beast of a truck right there. Absolutely beautiful, way out of my price range, but super sweet. And it is weird that it is a Raptor R and it is just buried out here in the middle of everything. They have two of them. One more up there underneath the awning. Up there is another Raptor R, but pretty cool to see a couple of them on here. Serious business in that truck right there. So, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to just wing it here for a little bit. No notes, no nothing, because there's a couple subjects, two videos I'm making where I just want to talk about things that I want to talk about. One of them is, I don't care what motor is in any of the trucks I buy and why. Okay, this is a big one. A lot of people seem to wonder this. We have two trains of thought in the comments. I read every comment, as you know. That's why I made this shirt. Okay, made my other shirt. The dumb comments ignored, stop typing. But I read every single comment that comes into the channel if I can. And there's seems to be two trains of thought there. One, naturally aspirated V8 mandatory. Okay, we get a lot of people that feel that naturally aspirated V8 is the only way they are going to buy a truck, or naturally aspirated V6. And then there's the other people that are like, turbos win, turbos are fantastic, turbos they perform better, and they do, there's no doubt about it. But you have your reliability camp that still believes turbos are no good, and you have the other camp that thinks that turbos are fantastic. Me personally, I don't care. I don't care. If we're buying, let's take a look at F-150s, not these jacked up ones here, these lifted rocky roads. There's that other Raptor R sitting right there, hidden under there. But so we take the F-150s. You can buy these amazing F-150s with a 2.7 liter V6 that is twin turboed. You can get it with a 3.5 liter twin turbo, or you can get it with a 5 liter Coyote naturally aspirated V8 engine. You have all three options available. According to a statement that Kaniska said, 40% of buyers are buying V8s, won't buy unless it's a V8. That's pretty interesting. He said that he's a Ram guy, but it was interesting to hear that statement on there. Me personally, why would I not care? Why does it not matter to me? Well, all of the engines that are out there today are fantastic. Everything that Chevy makes. The 5.3 is a great engine. The 6.2 going through some hard times right now, but it's always been a very good engine up until the crap that it's dealing with. The 3 liter Eco Diesel or Baby Duramax, great motor. Everything that's out there, I think is good. Ram's 5.7 Hemi has been proven for a long time. Okay, does a great job. The 6.4 that I have in my Power Wagon, excellent engine. Ram, the new Hurricane, I believe, is the engine that in the 1500 series trucks that will set the bar that all other engines will be judged against. Now, it is too early to say that because it's only been out for 2 years in a truck application world, much different than a car world. Okay, same reason that the Toyota Tundra engine problem is a big problem for Toyota engine or Toyota trucks in the Tundra, way more so than it is in the SUVs that have that same motor in it. Truck stuff gets used differently, and that's my thoughts anyway on there. But point being is that Hurricane, give it a little more time, and I believe that it will be the engine that all other truck engines are then judged against. That is my opinion. We will see if I'm right or wrong. Only time will tell. But every motor out there today is a dang good option. In my opinion, you can't go wrong with one of them. I don't knock a single one out there, and I couldn't knock a single one out there. They all offer very unique attributes and very exciting power today and great things. Even the simple lowly 3.6 liter V6 naturally aspirated is in a Gladiator. It's one of my favorite engines. You've heard me say it a dozen times. The 3.8 naturally aspirated V6 in the Frontier will go down in history as one of the most reliable modern engines since 2021 that's been out there, in my opinion. It is that good, and the last generation was fantastic as well too. It's great engines. Look at the bulletproof reliability of the Toyota 4 liter that was in the last gen 4Runner, okay? Incredible. Made it to a 5-speed, bulletproof in every kind of way. So why did I sell my 4Runner? Why would I get rid of that 4Runner with only whatever we had, 40-something, 50,000 miles on it? I don't remember what it was. But why would I dump that 4Runner if it was so good? Because I don't care. Okay, why would I buy a 2.7 four-cylinder turbo in a truck applicator? Because I don't care. None of it matters to me. I believe every engine out there is good. They're not going to leave you hanging any more than another one. You could buy a 5-liter Coyote in here that you think is incredible, and it could be in the shop 5 different times in the first 3 months you own it, and the motor could grenade before it gets to 5,000 miles on it. Same thing that can happen to a Tundra, same thing that can happen to any Chevy, same thing can happen to any Ram. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you buy. They all have the same reality of the crapshoot of what's going to happen with them. Now, the big factor is, remember, I do not drive, or I will not own a vehicle outside of factory warranty, whether it is a factory 3-year 36, and if I'm going to drive it longer than that, which I do, even though I only keep them for 18 months to 2 years, I'm putting more miles on them. I'm buying the factory extended warranty. Or this year I did try Grainger. I tried the true Grainger factory backed warranty. We will see if I ever need it, but that's what I have on my Power Wagon. Prices were really good, and it is factory back. It even shows up in my app from Ram, but we shall see how that goes. But since I don't own a vehicle outside of warranty ever, ever, I don't care what motor's in it. I could honestly care less. So for me, I'll drive any one of them. I'll take a turbo, I'll take a V8, I'll take a naturally aspirated one, I'll take a turbo 4-cylinder, I'll take a twin turbo V6, I'll take a plastic oil pan. I don't care. None of it matters to me, not even a little bit, because of the fact that my philosophy is different. Mine is that I'm never going to ever pay a penny in repair on a vehicle in my entire lifetime. It's just not going to happen. I have owned 43 new trucks. I am 53 years old. I will never pay, and in that time, I have never, zero, I have never paid a penny for a vehicle repair in my entire life, and I never will. Why? Because I'm just not doing it. Warranty's there for that, and I sleep better at night knowing that. So knowing that I'm never going to pay for a warranty or any repair on a vehicle ever, then I'll drive whatever that's in it. And if it fails, then I bring it in and they take it and they're going to give me a loaner. And if they're not giving me a loaner, I'm going to a different dealership that will give me a loaner, and I'm getting my problem solved, and then I'm going to move on and go on about my business. I'm not caring about it. And that's just the way I look at it. Now, miles. Remember, I drive 40,000 miles a year. 40,000 miles a year. Okay, so that means that in 2 years that I own it, I'm going to put 80,000 miles on it. Those 80,000 miles are pretty rough miles, okay? Most of my traveling is driving down the expressway for 2 hours a day, or 2 hours one way, jump into the woods, drive around in the woods for an hour to get to my spots, hunt all day, drive to a couple different spots out there in the swamps, and 4-wheel drive, and then drive a couple hours home, and then repeat 4 or 5 times a week. So I see a lot of highway, and I see a heck of a lot of miles in nasty crap. So my vehicles in 80,000 miles, and in 2 years, I will put them through more than most people will do in the entire lifetime they own a vehicle, in much harder conditions. So when I test mine, they work fantastic as far as what I'm doing with them. I'm pushing them through the limits that most people never would. Yet I get comments all the time to say, oh, he gets rid of his vehicle in like 2 years. This guy knows nothing. There's nothing long-term about it. Believe me, I run these things through the ground. Run them through the hard terrain, the hard ground, the swamps, the mud, everything you can think of. But the motor makes no difference. If the motor will turn it over, like I said, if I was buying one of these trucks myself personally today, I would buy it with a F-150. I would buy it with a 2.7. Why? Because it's got enough power to do everything I need it to do, and it's the cheapest version you can get. I'd buy it in an STX. That's what I would do in a heartbeat. If I was a luxury guy and I was buying a brand new King Ranch F-150, probably one sitting right here, two-tone, I'll bet that's a King Ranch, right? That's King Ranch right there. If I was buying this truck right here and they would let me get it with a 2.7, I would. I don't believe you can. I think it's 5 liter or it is 3.5 EcoBoost in this thing, coming in at $80,000. But if I wanted this truck and they offered it in a 2.7, I would take it in a 2.7 to save the $1,000 or $2,000 that would be there, because the motor to me doesn't matter. Curious where you stand and how you feel about that, because again, there is no right or wrong answer, but our comments sway both ways. People that get rid of their vehicles like I do when they're still under factory warranty or factory extended warranties, they seem to not care too much. People that are going to drive until their wheels fall off, they seem to care a lot more. But everybody's got an opinion. Curious what yours is. Let me know. Thanks for watching.